The sudden changes to how early education subsidies are funded drew another angry crowd to the state capitol just a few hours ago. Thanks for joining us tonight at 6. I'm Faith Woodard.
And I'm Hoyt. It's 2 straight days of angry crowds there. As TG11's Carter Thweet shows us, this is in response to new copays some low-income families now have to pay for childcare, while those providers prepare for those reimbursements to dry up less than a month from now.
Our children deserve quality. Our educators deserve the pay for that quality.
The 3 organizers of A Day Without Childcare say it wasn't a protest, but rather a call to action.
We stand strong, we stand together.
A large crowd chanting and carrying signs as they march from the Arkansas Department of Education building to the steps of the state capitol.
It's not just a child care crisis. It is an economic disaster for our state.
Tuesday, Secretary of Education Jacob Oliva explained that federal cuts force the state to make their own cuts to the program that allows families to pay for child care using vouchers. He agreed to delay one of the 2 big changes. It reduces the amount of money child care providers get from vouchers. That will go into effect in 30 days on November 1st. Bo Hines with Cross Kid Child Development Center in Beebe says the pause won't help.
It's a breath, but it's not a solution. Several of my colleagues that are contemplating, they're going to have to shut the door. And, we're going to have to cut staff.
A change that went into effect today. Families using vouchers may still have to pay a copay, depending on their income. Secretary Oliva says it'll help make up the funding gap. But people at Wednesday's rally said it'll devastate some families that rely on this care.
Just to be clear, this 30-day pause is 1% of the battle. 99% of this issue is outstanding.
Several there Wednesday commented on how encouraging it is to see so many join together for a common cause. That's the message Faith Jones with Dream Academy of Sherwood hopes people take away.
We're all united over this. This is not political. This is not a red or blue. This is simply that we all care about children, and we want to see our children thrive.
In Little Rock, Carter Thweet, THV 11 News.
Carter, thank you. Secretary Oliva explained the cuts before lawmakers yesterday, and those lawmakers questioned whether the Department of Education could have given child care providers more notice of the changes.
His response to those questions can be found on our website, thv11news.com.
We kicked off October with summer saying, I'm not ready to leave just yet. Temperatures out there today, lots of locations got up into the low 90s, and it's still warm out there this evening. We've got 85 in Russellville, 84 in Hot Springs, 85 in the capital city, 87 in Searcy, and still 90 in Camden. There have been a mixture of sun and clouds. Nothing showing up on radar here in the natural state. A few tiny showers moving through Mississippi. We'll have that chance of tiny showers here in central Arkansas on Thursday. Planning out your evening, temperatures will go from the 80s, slide down into the 70s, and we'll wake up Thursday morning with numbers primarily into the mid 60s. There could be maybe a 59 in Mena and maybe outside of Clinton, but most locations will start off the day well into the 60s. Tomorrow, temperatures back up into the mid to upper 80s, maybe some 90s. Russellville, Searcy, also around Camden. We'll see a mixture of sun and clouds. A small chance there could be an isolated shower. Most locations will stay dry. I'll have a look at future radar for your Thursday and also the rain chances for the next 7 days coming up.
Do you expect the shutdown to be resolved next week?
I hope it doesn't go that long. Chuck Schumer and the Democrats need to do the right thing and stop inflicting pain on the American people.
Democrats have repeatedly made clear we are ready to sit down with anyone at any time and at any place in order now to reopen the government, to enact a spending agreement that meets the needs of the American people.
Democrats and Republicans continue blaming each other for the government shutdown that's leaving hundreds of thousands of federal workers without pay. About 750,000 federal workers are expected to be furloughed this week as government officers and offices are shuttered. Now, the Trump administration is threatening mass firings if a deal isn't reached. With thousands out of work nationwide, the pain could be widespread and cost the U.S. economy hundreds of millions of dollars a day.
It could cause a little bit of a dent in the economy, but I don't think that's the issue. I actually think it's a much more personal issue that these people are going to struggle and the people that where they shop are going to struggle.
That's an example of how these shutdowns offer everyone a chance to learn quickly how and where we interact with both the federal and state governments in our daily lives. And with many families relying on those interactions, THV 11's Maya Ellison checks on what's open, closed, and on hold today here in the natural state.
The first indication for many about the government shutdown appeared at the Clinton Presidential Library, a sign informing visitors that the library is closed temporarily.
And I wasn't sure that it was a part of the national shutdown, with it being a presidential museum.
I didn't know that that was a part of the things they're cutting.
Tuesday night, Congress failed to approve new federal funding, leading to the first government shutdown in nearly 7 years. So what does this mean for you? Federal funds are limited, and some national programs and services are temporarily stopped.
I watch the people that come in, and they're suffering pretty bad already. Now we got the government shut down, so we're not really using the government. We're using what we have as resources to feed our people.
John Bradford, a 20-year Army veteran who volunteers at a local food bank, says the impact is already being felt.
We donate our time, we donate our little money we have so that this program can stay open and that we can keep feeding people, hoping that, we've been able to get some subsistence eventually over a period of time, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen.
And as a veteran, Bradford says he's also worried about his own future. The U.S. Department of Veteran Affairs confirms benefits will continue, but some services will be limited.
And I'm fortunate enough I got paid this month. I don't know what might happen down the road.
It's not just veterans. Federal employees are feeling shutdown stress. We spoke with an employee at Camp Robinson who says the shutdown has left him wondering when he'll see his next paycheck.
We've been deemed essential. We have to come into work. We're not going to get paid. I'm a single income household, but I'm going to tell you right now that my VA benefits are not enough to support my family alone.
While there's no clear timeline for when the shutdown will end, many Arkansans say they're hoping to avoid the worst effects.
Yeah, I think we should look at it from not on the hill, but look at it on the bottom of the hill. It's two types, a top and there's a bottom, and there's people in between. When you're the lowest one down there, it's a lot of pain that people have to go through.
In Little Rock, Maya Ellison, THV 11 News.
Maya, thank you. And the most popular story on our website right now is the one about what the government shutdown is doing to different government agencies. You can catch it right now on THV11.com. New information here. The Saline County Sheriff's Office sharing about the shooting investigation we first told you about last night. It happened yesterday afternoon. Deputies responded to a report of a naked man firing a weapon at a home on West Long Hills Road.
And when they arrived, they found Floyd Smith holding a gun and another man's body on the front porch. Investigators say the two were roommates. Smith is now charged with capital murder and aggravated assault.
And new at 6, a Dover law enforcement officer up in Pope County is out of the job tonight after a business owner says the town marshal threatened him and his employees.
And that business owner is sharing the video to prove it. THV 11's Catherine Rowley is following this developing story for us and shares what she's learned so far.
Rolly and Faith, we're here in Dover, Arkansas, where an off-duty Dover marshal allegedly came into the smoke shop behind me and threatened the owner and employees of the store. Now, the interaction was caught on this video. The interaction comes after an alleged conversation between a current employee and a co-worker at a different job about a picture of a marshal who was then identified as Nathan Jones. Jones has since then been relieved of his duty as a marshal here in Dover. I learned that today after I reached out to the city of Dover's marshal's office, and they sent me that in a press release. Now, we'll have more tonight at 10, but for now, in Dover, Catherine Rowley, THV 11 News.
Well, for the first weekend of October, we've got the International Greek Food Festival happening both Friday and Saturday, and also Harvest Fest in Hillcrest, and temperatures will be on the warm side, pretty much into the mid-80s. The humidity will be low. We'll see lots of sunshine. That certainly wasn't the case just a couple years ago when it poured down rain. So good weather news in that front. But speaking of a front, do we have any significant cold front over the next 7 days? I'll have that answer coming up.